Today we are going to see the very important data structure, that is the linked list. In this video, we will cover the points, the difference between array and linked list, then introduction to linked list, advantages of linked list and types of linked list. So, before starting to the introduction of linked list, we will see the difference between the array and the linked list. Array is also linear data structure and linked list is also linear data structure. But there are some disadvantages of array, that's why we are moving towards the linked list. So first we will see what are the disadvantages of array. Array is nothing but what? It is a collection of elements of the similar data type. Like in the example, here I am collecting the integer data. And if you see, all elements are present in the contiguous memory location. So as the first address is the 100, second element is immediately present at the 104 location. Third element is immediately present at the 108 location. So this is the memory representation of an array. But array is nothing but what? It is a static memory allocation. Means what? At the compile time, we are going to allocate the memory for the array. So if I am allocating like here, the 5 elements are there, that means if the integer a of 5 here, that means what here? In that array, I can store only the 5 elements there. If I want to store the 6th element in that array, then it is not possible for us. Because why? It is the static declaration is there. Second disadvantage, that is the resizing is expensive. So as I told you, if I have declared the size of the array is the 5, then it is not possible for us to insert the 6th element. So there is the main. So if we want to insert that element, then what we have to do here? We have to resize that array. But when the resizing is possible, if we have declared the array size like suppose the 10 or the 15 is there, and if already only 5 elements are present in that array, then only the resizing is possible. But that resizing is again the expensive. We have to shift the elements to the right side, we have to make a room for that element, and then we can insert the new element into the array. And similarly for the deletion also, if I want to delete an element from the array, then physical deletion is not possible, only the logical deletion is possible. That means only we are going to overwrite that value. Next disadvantage is insertion and deletions are inefficient. So as I mentioned earlier, for the insertion again we have to make a room, and for the deletion we are going to overwrite that elements, and this is possible only if the array size is the bigger than the actual number of elements present in the array. So that's why insertion and deletions are inefficient. Next is the memory wastage. Memory wastage is nothing but what? Suppose I have declared the array of the size 50, but I have stored only 5 elements there. Then whatever be the remaining spaces are there, that are going to waste here. So this is the very big disadvantage of the array, that is the memory wastage is there. But the only advantage of the array is nothing but what? It is easy to implement, and the random access is the main advantage of the array. Random access is nothing but what? By using the index location of each and every element, I can directly access that element. So this is the main advantage of the array. Now we will move further for the linked list here. So linked list is also linear data structure, but it is a dynamic memory allocation. Means what here? As per the user's need here, we are going to allocate the memory and we are going to deallocate the memory also. That's why it is called the dynamic memory allocation structure. And as it is the dynamic memory allocation, so resizing is easily possible. Insertion and deletions are also efficient in case of the linked list. As we are going to allocate the memory and deallocate the memory as per the user's requirement, so no memory wastage is there. So these are the main advantages of the linked list. But only the disadvantage or the drawback of the linked list is nothing but what? The sequential access is there. So how it is going to become the drawback, that we will discuss afterwards. So this is what the difference between the array and the linked list. Now what is meant by a linked list? So as the name indicate here, the linked list here, so list is nothing but what? Collection of elements. And linked is nothing but what? They are linked together here. So different elements are collected or connected together through a link here. That's why it is called a linked list. and that elements in the linked list are called the nodes there. So if you see here, this is what the linked list is there. It is a collection of nodes. These are the different nodes are present, and each node is going to contain minimum 2 parts there. This first part is called data part, and the second part is called the address part there, or the pointer part there. And this address or the pointer part is going to contain the address of next element present in the list there. This address part is going to contain the address of next element present in the list here. And always in the single linked list, and this is a single linked list here because the arrow is only, or the direction is only in the forward direction. So this is a single linked list, and in the single linked list always the last node's address field is null there, which is going to indicate us the end of the linked list here. And if you see the address locations here, the first element is present at the 100 location, but the second element is stored at the 130th location here. Third element is stored at the 180 location here. So this is what the major difference between the array and the linked list. In array, all elements are present in the contiguous location, but in the linked list, there is no contiguous memory allocation. But this address field is going to tell us the where the next element is stored in the list there. This address field is going to tell us where the next element is going to be stored in the linked list there. So that's why again it is called the linear data structure there. So what we have to remember here, linked list is nothing but what? It is a list or the collection of nodes, and where each node is going to contain minimum 2 parts there. The data part is there and the address part is there. In this data part, we can store any type of data. We can store integer data, character data, string data, or we can combine the different data fields together also. And the address field or the pointer field is going to contain the address of the next node present in the linked list. And there are the types of linked list. There are 3 main types of linked list: singly linked list, doubly linked list, and the circular linked list. So in singly linked list, this is the example of the singly linked list. Only one pointer field is present. In doubly linked list, 2 pointer fields are present, and in the circular linked list, the last node's address field is going to contain the address of the first node there. So that's why it is called the circular linked list. In single linked list, as only one address field is present, so it is going to traverse in only one direction. No backward direction is there, only forward direction is possible. In doubly linked list, as we are going to contain the 2 pointer fields there, so forward direction is also possible and the backward direction is also possible. That means we can traverse in both the directions. And in the circular linked list, from the last node again we can point to the first node there. So these are the types of linked list. So in this video we have covered the points: difference between array and linked list, introduction to linked list, types of linked list. In further videos we will see the implementation of linked list. Thank you.